And it occurred to me that very often Sidney Brenner would point out that it wasn't, Watson and Crick and Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins who actually discovered what we now would call molecular biology and the secret of life and how inheritance works, but rather John von Neumann was the one who actually figured this out, something like 5 years earlier. And now von Neumann is a mathematician and physicist, and his name is, I knew his name because I used something called nuclear magnetic resonance, which is a big magnet to image to image biomolecules, and we have something called the von Neumann equation, which we use all the time to calculate things. So I knew who von Neumann was in that regard, but I had no idea about why he would be connected somehow to the double helix. And so I took Sidney Brenner seriously because he's kind of a playful person, and sometimes you don't even know whether he's joking or not. And it turns out, as you said, he wrote that paper in Nature, a short paper in which he basically lays out the same notion that von Neumann really was the one to crack this problem. And so I decided to dig deeper into the story because I knew nothing about it, and I'm quite sure none of my biology colleagues knew anything about it either. So I contacted friends that I had at Caltech, and they allowed me to have access to a whole bunch of information, historical information about what happened when von Neumann gave a talk. So von Neumann actually reveals his ideas at a symposium called the Hickson Symposium in 1948 at Caltech. And so I reached out to my friends at Caltech to kind of try to get more information about the symposium. And it turns out that an entire book was written summarizing the lectures that were given in this symposium. And I was able to get things like photographs and who were the attendees. For example, Linus Pauling was there, and he later worked on the double helix, but I don't think Linus Pauling ever connected von Neumann to anything that relates to the double helix. And so I bought the book, which summarizes the Hickson Symposium.